We get it! You're Disney! You must be so proud wasting 48 seconds of logos to tell us that.
That one.
Just a simple social experiment. I wonder if she would have picked this one if there were 5 white puppies and only 1 brown puppy. Meanwhile, on Avengers Endgame.
Hello?
Penny, I don't have much time.
TV show within a movie is clearly stealing Inspector Gadget's niece and dog for their show. Look, I know you're doing a thing with a movie preview and all that, but that does not give you the right to tell us this movie is Walt Disney yet again. I know this is a gadget in the TV show within a movie, but this thing is a clear invasion of privacy. Explain this in court. Well, you see, I whipped out my binoculars that see through walls and can hear people talk, and I knew they were breaking the law after this clear violation of privacy laws. Oh, I broke the law to find out they were breaking the law. I'm no better than them! Damn you, technology! Improper hologram etiquette. That's good undercover right there. Dog reading dog fancy. How could anyone think something is wrong if the dog is reading a magazine that pertains to its interests, aside from the reading part?
I'm not talking to you.
Penny and Bolt walked from this alleyway to a bridge miles away to threaten this henchman, and all I'm saying is, that's f***ing far. Since this is a fictional TV show within the movie, how in the f*** would they have shot this?
Bolt! Zoom, zoom.
Why wouldn't you just start with that? Also, while this chase is exciting, I'll remind everyone that the thing we're watching is not the actual movie we're watching. Like, to get the point that he's a badass action stunt dog does not require a whole scene from some made-up TV show to understand. We've seen Bolt tackle a car, lift a car with his teeth, and break a wall. Now, what kind of danger do these motorcycle thugs pose to a dog this incredible? Why run away? Crazy that this scene from Bolt is still less ridiculous than the one where Dom saves Letty in Fast and Furious 6. And going back to the show within a movie, are we just supposed to believe they did all this in one take? Because that's both very expensive and insanely impossible. And yes, they say something about why they have to do it in one take, but it doesn't make it any less bull. It's official! Bolt is too damn powerful. I mean, every story involving Bolt has to involve kryptonite, and that's just weak storytelling.
Mission accomplished.
You killed like hundreds of people based on illegal intel. How are you not being sent to juvie after this? Also, Polaroid selfie. Selfaroid?
The dog could have seen that.
Who cares if the dog sees a boom mic?
Forgive me for answering a question with a question.
The question, who cares if a dog sees a boom mic, will take a full minute to answer. Also, the more important question is why a boom mic is even there. That was an on-location action sequence that you would have used in-studio sound effects and probably some ADR for.
You see a dog. I see an animal who believes with every fiber of his being.
Wow, seems like maybe James Lipton should have spent a little more time inside the actor's studio.
Because if you lose so much as half a rating point, so help me, I will fire everyone in this room, starting with you.
It sounds like the network is already losing ratings on this show, so I don't know how anyone's supposed to fix that over the next few episodes that are already in the can, unless they're saying a show like this can be made in a day or something. Also, what does it matter if she starts with the director in the firing spree? Is there some sort of extra fired you can be by going first?
You know I have to go.
Oh wait, I just figured it out. This chick is the daughter of that guy who's in that Old Town Road video. That dude who played Gene in Mulholland Drive. Yeah, that's his daughter. So cool.
So, the dog thinks this is all real?
Why doesn't the cat think it's all real? Why would they insist on making Bolt think this is his reality, but not the other animals on the show? Seems like this movie only exists to point out dogs are gullible, and cats are smart. But I saw Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore, and I'm here to tell you that's an actual movie. Also, this is one of those movies that chooses to make us believe that the animals understand English, but also expects us to believe that Bolt has never once heard background conversation about how this isn't real.
Hello, hairballs.
John Travolta.
Revolting, loathsome little...
Maybe this is telling us that when the humans hear Bolt yelling, it's barking. But wouldn't the cats hear what he was saying? This is a poor way to explain the language conversion in this movie.
Dogs.
Cats.
Polo? Jesus, this movie is Blofelding so hard I think my own feld just got blown. Wait.
He needs to know I'm okay.
No, you're not okay. You've been kidnapped by the fiendish Dr. Calico.
But how will they explain to Bolt where the guy in the dog suit showed up from? And that guy takes him back to the safety of his trailer. Doesn't he have questions about that? This movie is way too complicated for its own good.
Close your eyes and imagine how excited he'll be when he saves you tomorrow.
They're shooting part 2 of this tomorrow? How do all the actors and crew know exactly what they need to do on a big action show like this in only 24 hours tops? Here, the movie officially switches on the Heart of Gold's improbability drive. Bolt hears Penny's cry for help, but it turns out to be a lazy editor who is for no reason playing a scene over and over. Then he falls into a box that just so happens to immediately get taped up for shipment by some asshole wearing headphones, a character that is literally created out of thin air by this movie. I don't think this dude is even in the script. Like, he's so out of nowhere that the film must have created him on its own from some celluloid primordial ooze to advance the plot. Bolt is sealed in a box filled with packing peanuts and no air holes on a long flight from California to New York and somehow doesn't die. I don't want that to happen, but that would have happened. And how the hell does a dog in a box make it through security? Furthermore, I think Bolt could have gotten out of that box in that time, but movie's got a movie. This movie is like if Buzz Lightyear found himself on the Truman Show. Spoons! This dog still has a few packing peanuts on him after running 18 blocks through New York City. You. I guess we found the underlying reason why this show is in trouble. The network spent all their money on bus advertising in New York.
What is this?
Well, it was a slow week.
Oh, come on. If this were actual gangster going on, Louis would be dead on the spot for bringing this crumb to Mittens. Mittens catches Louis in what is almost certainly a lot. You can find entire pizza slices lying around in New York. And this is his weekly haul?
I bring you half, you give me protection. That's our deal.
Yeah, well, the deal just expired.
How is this deal even maintainable? This is a big enough city that Louis could get away from Mittens if he wanted to, right?
Yeah, I'm really scared now.
You should be.
Mittens' line delivery worked out perfectly for Bolt there.
Looks like we're gonna do this the hard way.
This is the second time we've seen Bolt go from an alleyway to some faraway bridge in a city without thought as to how he got there. The spectacle of a dog carrying a cat in his mouth this long without becoming a YouTube sensation or scooped up by animal activists had to be insane.
This is a top secret map of the entire Earth.
It's only been 10 minutes since Louis was manhandled by Mittens. Mittens was held over a bridge by Bolt, and the journey to the dumpster with the map took place. I'm not saying that's not possible, but I am saying that's not possible.
Ooh, perfect.
Perfectly placed, unbelievable Hollywood signage in New York is perfectly placed and unbelievable. Also, did U-Haul actually pay to advertise in this movie? Nothing the kids in 2008 liked more than dependable moving services. Bolt figuring out he doesn't actually have super abilities is funny and all, but how has this not happened before? Even if they keep him in a trailer on set all the time. Has he never once tried to laser eye or headbutt a car outside of filming hours?
Talking what?
Bolt and Mittens survived this.
Okay, you win. I'll untie you.
Looking at how this leash is tied currently, I'm not sure how it hasn't already come untied.
That's a weird place to put a piano.
Oh, come on. Who's the street smart character here? Mittens fell for that? I find it odd that not one of these campers takes Bolt in or walks around with him trying to find his owner. He's got a leash on and a collar. F***ing campers. Also, I wonder how Bolt's disappearance hasn't made the news. And somehow a dog that looks exactly like Bolt that is wearing a collar with the name Bolt from a hit show named Bolt hasn't been reported yet.
But I've captured this cat.
An agent of the Green-Eyed Man, I presume?
So Rhino doesn't realize Bolt is just a television show either? We literally just saw him flipping channels a couple minutes ago. And yes, he calls it a magic box later, but that doesn't make this plot contrivance any less of a contrivance. Where did that bucket come from? And if you say the campground, fine, but why would Mittens bring it along? What purpose does it serve? Why did an animator animate this? Will someone please tell me? I have to know! Even more, they survived this.
Take my paw! I'll save you!
No, you won't! You're not really!
Maybe Bolt isn't a super dog, but what the choice does Mittens have here other than to give Bolt her paw? Bolt being thwarted by a Bolt.
You're part of a TV show. You know what that is? Television? It's entertainment for people. It's fake.
Movie wants us to believe that all TV is fake. Haha, I guess Mittens hasn't seen Dancing with the Stars or Real Housewives or Last Man Standing. Wait.
It's the mark of a makeup artist, dog.
I know Mittens used to live in a family home before she was left behind, but how does she know about makeup artists?
Bolt, we gotta run!
Man, movies make you think dog catchers are f***ing everywhere whenever animals are going on adventures. This f***er must be the most dedicated animal control specialist in the world if he just stumbled on these two out in the middle of nowhere. Penny makes lost dog flyers for Bolt when he's the most famous goddamn TV dog in the world. Air Bud doesn't have the popularity this dog has, and maybe the network wants to keep it under wraps and try and replace him so they can stick to their insane production schedule. But seems like putting out a story on the news would be an effective maneuver while they put Plan B in motion.
That is not Bolt.
Kid can figure out that the animal that looks exactly like their pet isn't their pet after 5 seconds cliché.
If we don't get back into production, people are going to lose their jobs.
Oh, look who cares about people's jobs all of a sudden. There's no way this show has suddenly become a ratings behemoth since the last time we saw this network executive, and there's no guarantee that the cliffhanger they shot is going to make it so. She said if this show loses even half a ratings point, she was going to have to fire everybody, so why the sudden turn? Also, are we supposed to believe they can train this dog to do all the stunts and in time for their next shoot? Man, that is beyond a fuel level low scenario. That vehicle should no longer be running. Also, it was just daylight when he saw that he had basically no fuel left, and now he's pulling into a gas station at nighttime? This car's abilities are nonsense. Nonsense, I say! Movie wants us to believe that Rhino somehow kept up with the truck driving down a highway for the last few hours. A truck that Rhino never saw Bolt or Mittens get put into. As I watch Rhino walk out of his plastic bubble for the first time, I'm wondering, shouldn't John Travolta have voiced this character as well? Bolt rubs his lightning bolt birthmark and some of it comes off, which is insane, because that means the makeup they put on him stays wet for days.
Who
Who's going to save that cat?
I guess Bolt and Rhino know where that dog catcher van was going, and they know the area really well. Isn't it technically always Adopt a Pet Week at animal shelters?
Wait, Spoon, you jump out and scare me and I'm gonna pepper spray again.
If your job at the animal shelter has included an incident where you've pepper sprayed your coworker, at least one of you shouldn't be working there anymore. My guess is it should be Lloyd, but later we find out she's pretty quick with the pepper spray in all situations. Anyway, convenient workplace upheaval is workplace.
There's a guard.
But why? Isn't Pepper Spray Chick here? I don't mean to be un-American or anything, but this animal control place is spending way too much on payroll. Or is that American? I don't even know anymore.
Hey, what is twisting your giblets?
Twisting your giblets.
Lock the door! Lock the door! Lock the door! Lock the door!
Or how about close the door?
We need a ride.
Ooh, I've got a big one.
And I'm sure it's heading in the exact direction Bolt needs to go.
This is awesome.
And stick your tongue out.
The movie has the wonderful message of being unique is a fantasy and you should stick close to the stereotypes. Wait, are we supposed to believe they caught up to the U-Haul they jumped off earlier? And it's not like it's part of the plot, because they get right back on the truck carrying the house after this. But later, even after going north and hitching another ride to Missouri, they're still keeping up with the U-Haul. What is the meaning of this? So who's carrying the map while they're walking? Theft. Nice shot, nice scene, but there is no way these animals would be able to enjoy the Bellagio fountains in peace. There would be at least one solicitor slapping his fist with a card that has hooker numbers on it.
They act like they'll be there forever, and then one day they'll pack up all their stuff and move away and take their love with them.
Jesus, this movie is so Toy Story 2 that I can practically see the erased outlines of Jessie around this cat.
Mittens,
Get out of here, Bolt. I never should have taken pity on you.
With only 20 minutes and change left in the movie, I thought we were going to be able to avoid the conflict of friends moment all these f***ing movies feel like they have to have. But alas, here we are.
He's gone.
Bolt left?
Movie not taking the obvious opportunity to say Bolt bolted is disappointing and a sin.
Tom's better at pitching. I'll let him take it from here.
Aliens.
Steven Spielberg.
Don't freak out. This is how you blew it with Nemo.
Ha! That's a reference I get, but I don't understand why these pigeons pitched a story script to f***ing Nemo, since he's not in the movie business. Unless they're saying in this world Nemo is an actor, which opens up a can of worms so huge this video cannot contain it. Bolt had hours on Mittens and Rhino, so how are they arriving at the studio at almost the same time?
Okay, people, let's move it to stage 7 and do it for real.
So this entire time, nobody saw the old Bolt run into the middle of this rehearsal. The trailer and the rehearsal space are in the same place. It's not like Bolt had anywhere to go that tons of eyes wouldn't have spotted him.
I miss him. I know, honey. I do too.
Good thing Mittens witnessed all this so she can go tell Bolt, because the original ending of Bolt wandering off and developing a nasty cocaine addiction would have been a bummer. Also, Bolt wanders around the studio where he's made a name for himself and nobody notices.
Penny!
Daddy!
How is this in any way the scene that they were rehearsing just a second ago? Even if it is the same, they must have rehearsed it without the other actors, and managed to go over the one part of the script that would coincide with the maximum cruelty for Bolt's character, who officially thinks he's an unloved, forgotten dog now. That last scene right in the ear. The new Bolt gets scared in this scene because he clearly sucks, and causes a massive amount of bullshit so that the old Bolt can come back and save her.
She's your person, Bolt, and you are her dog.
Is this movie ever going to explain how Penny adopted a dog and then both ended up on a TV show together? Didn't she have a dad at the beginning of this? And now it's just her and her mom? Is this not worth exploring?
Please help!
Wait, what? They left Penny hanging up there while the fire got out of control? Considering Bolt has smaller lungs than Penny, shouldn't the smoke inhalation be getting to him as much, if not more? Yeah, I'm sure people heard that from this distance with all the noise and commotion. Why not? This is the Horton Hears a Who portion of the movie.
You're okay. Oh, you gotta be okay.
You're my meal ticket. Yeah, they would totally put a dog on top of a patient in need of hospital care. That's like rule number 1 in paramedic school.
That is totally unrealistic.
Is Rhino the physical embodiment of CinemaSins? Trapped in a bubble and all? I think he is. Let's give that cute bastard a scent. We wouldn't dare play the song, but I just wanted to point out that this is a Miley Cyrus John Travolta duet over the credits. That's worth at least 5 cents, I think.
Deshaun, you are supposed to put this around my pelvic area, not your head.
Have you ever watched a music video and wondered, how'd this person get here? Like, the true story? Well, if you're looking for answers, you've come to the right place. Check out Music from Behind, the new series from Music Video Sins that dives deep into the cavernous secrets of your favorite celebrities. Why did Justin Bieber decide to grow that mustache? And does it have anything to do with Russian election interference? Why are Offset and Cardi B so magnetically attracted to each other? And how does that impact the weather in Topeka, Kansas? What does BTS really stand for? Is Kelly Clarkson an adorable robot made specifically for broadcast television? Will Billie Eilish ever speak above a whisper? And if not, why? Find out all this and more on the brand new series, Music from Behind.
Okay, here I am. Sorry I'm late. What do you need?
I think we're actually done.
Holy seriously? Okay, awesome. I'm gonna go cyber stalk my college girlfriend for a while. After I watch this new show, of course.
Cool, that'll give me time to call the authorities. Wait, what were we talking about?
Music from behind! Watch it!
And it's like I'm supposed to be all happy, because she's wearing a backpack.
Why do some people love sausages and other people hate sausages? No reason.
Let me ask you, Mindy from the network.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive?
I don't know, man. I just get that feeling looking at her like she's the type of chick that would just...
Okay, good. Add this up. You got $526,315.79. That's 526,315.79. Now times that by 19.
Ooh, watch yourself. It's the claw.
Change? Next week, all your food comes to me.
All your base are belong to us.
That wasn't the deal. We had a deal.
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
Play with it. Move it around a lot. Hypnotize them with it. Give me a flip like that. Okay, now angle your eyes down. Now head down. Tilt up. Eyes big. Now sparkle.
Sparkle?
Like an anime character.
Ball?
Ball?
Ball. Squirrel!
Her life force, it is very strong.